G. Hey, what's going on, good people? What's going on, Lily Rose? Gotta take out my good charm for my hater blockers and stunners and all that other stuff. Joya, what it is? Charmaine, what's up? Miss Borders, how you doing? Hey there, Shashun, Miss Rosa, what it is? It's me. Say something nice to me now. Super Zig, what it is? Queen Beijing, always a pleasure. True. Not on this one right here, long as it's not a spiritual question tune. Just a regular question would be good. I'd answer if I pay attention to it. Ah, what's going on, Ms. Atkins? Oh, yeah, Ms. Atkins. I can see good. Everybody, I'm gonna give it a little bit more time, but we finna talk about some. Keep me cool. Ken Folk Ty, what it is? Okay, it's almost at the 3 minute mark. I'm living now. Hey, everybody. So jumping straight into this motherfucker, this mofo. All right, so jumping into this thing right here. So today we're gonna talk about the word xeno. And the reason I chose this word xeno, I mean, this is not the typical word. You're gonna go to the internet, you're gonna Google this word. They're gonna give you a basic meaning, and the basic meaning is great. I mean, it plays out into the spiritual connection we be trying to make with our mates, our friends, our families, and our deities. Also, it plays a significant role as we try to connect to our ancestor energy, lineage in the past. So the word Zeno, not with a Z, but with an X. Xeno, Zeno. Now, to give you the typical textbook word version of it, it would be a guest, a host, or a stranger, a foreigner, alien. So it wouldn't be the original. It would be something that's very foreign to the body. So I'm a Greek. I'm in the Greek fraternities. We say Greeks. I'm not Greek, but I'm a Greek. So we say, okay, that's a neo, meaning a copy or one that came after. We would say xeno, meaning that we're in somebody else's land, somebody else's house, somebody else's energy. Now, why is this important when we get into talking about spirituality, ancestor lineage, or all that stuff, magic, etc., witchcraft, whatever you want to call it? Because when we become Zeno, when we matter of fact, before I get into it, I want to throw this in there too, just so I don't forget it, and I just want to put it out there. So if you ever watched the TV show growing up, Alien, with Sigourney Weaver and all the other people from the old days, where the little shiny, long-headed alien busts out a bitch chest, the spider thing get on your face and then implant you with the tube, and the egg grow in your stomach, and then it busts out your chest, and now you send that with open gaped hole in your ass, and the thing that grew up the eat you and double mouth come out, want and get you. Movie terrified me, and I watched all of them. One of my favorite movies, series, trilogies. I don't know how to call it, but those particular energies were called xenomorphs. So xenomorphs. So I want you to take it time. So xeno mean foreign, something inside. What did I just say? When I say I'm a xeno, that means I have come to your territory. I am foreign. I am foreign. I am in your energy. I'm in your place. I am here. So a xenomorph grows inside of you. So the word xeno is very prevalent, but they won't explain it to you like I'm going to explain it to you. So I want you guys to get it. So now, when we talk about the word Zeno, it becomes so obscure and so shallowly understood that we don't understand the power or the significance of the word meaning Zeno. But I'm going to explain it to you so you can help increase your ancestor connection, your spiritual connection, and your relationship connection to your friends, families, etc. So, so I'll just jump into it. Fuck the definition. We're going to get into it. So when I look at the topic and I say, okay, I've had a Zeno moment. I've had a moment of Zeno. The basic energy of the Zeno moment is the simple fact that that somebody came into my circle of influence, and although it was so small, so minute, so I mean, it didn't matter. It didn't mean shit. It could be a bitch walking past you saying, "Hey, how you doing?" and you threw the head nod. It could be brothers, as brothers. When we walk past somebody, we like to throw their head up. We ain't gotta say nothing. We see another brother, we recognize that brother to be a brother. We walk past a white man, we throw the head down. White guys, they walk past each other, they head down. These are called Zeno because the minute gesture of being in my energy for the minute time, it makes an impact. It makes a difference to us. It makes a difference to us. Everybody we meet, 9 billion plus people on this planet, if we walk past every last single one of them and acknowledge them, they're in our spirit, they're in our soul, they're in our energy. But because we haven't sat down and had a conversation with them, we haven't broke bread with them, we haven't fucked them, we haven't done anything like that. So it's so minute and small, it's called Zeno. But that Zeno moment has very lasting impacts on your psyche, on your spirit, on your ancestor lineage. Now let's talk about how it affects the ancestor energy. 90% of us don't know who our great grandparents are. We don't know them. We only know the minute energy of them as we were growing up. They probably changed our diaper. They probably cooked us a plate of food back in the day. They probably sat up there and you seen them as you were growing up as a baby scold your grandmama, scold your mama. Your father might have said, my grandmother, barring their mother, my grandfather, barring their father, would spank my ass, would always take me to the store, will always have the good word, will always give me this type of information, that type of information. You know what they just did, people? They just gave you a Zeno moment. Let me know you're following me here now. Because we finna rock this thing. Let me know you're following me here. When our elders reflect on their parents that we never had a chance to get to meet, doesn't know anything about them, saw old photos and pictures briefly when they open up the album. Those are Zeno moments. So what if I told you that you can connect with that Zeno moment, with that image, with that thought, with that idea, with that philosophy? You could connect with that person, that ancestor energy. It's a simple trick to do it. Here's how. If you ever sit down and listen to the old heads and they tell you about the old life, the way it used to be, they tell you about how they Abuelita cooked the best goddamn mole it was on the planet, how the best hog mugs and greens was cooked. You connect to that energy by using your imagination. And you use everything in your DNA, everything in your spiritual eye, everything in your mindset to go back there and try to taste that food. You compare it with what's going on today to what you think it would be tomorrow. And it's going to be a big jumble thing, but I want you guys to get it because I'm going to walk you through it. A lot of us don't know how to connect to our ancestors because we don't really try. We think we need to have a picture, an idea, a place, and then we'll know our ancestors. So we use the shallow terminology, known and unknown. Well, I think we better than that there. I think we can bar that gesture away. Let's not say to my ancestors known and unknown anymore. Let's use the energy of Zeno to combat that and say to my ancestors known and willing to know. You following me here? Known and willing to know. Let's get our connection back, people. I'm finna help you. See, we've gotten so used to everything being so disposable that everything is a Zeno moment. Everything is a fleeting moment, a head nod. What up, bro? Hey, girl. Everything is so shallow and pedantic that we miss out on the true connection. But before I get into that, let's get with this ancestor thing, how I can walk you through this. So, your grandmother, your auntie, your uncle, whoever, one of your siblings that's older than you that happen to know your great grandmother, your great grandfather, your great auntie, they just gave you a full detailed description of what that person used to do, what that person's life used to be, how that person was, what they did, and how they existed, how they lived. They talk about it all the time. But the way you connect to that energy is seeing how they operate. Don't lose me here. You see how your mother operates. You see how your grandma operates. You can instantly see how your great grandmama operated. You see how your dad operate. You see how his dad operate. You can instantly see how his dad operate. So on and so on. So how do you connect to that energy? You put yourself in the shoes of your immediate predecessor, the one who came before you. So my dad, if I want to know about my granddad Freddie, I would say, hey, Dad, tell me a little bit about Fred. Tell me a little bit about Granddaddy Freddie. Oh, Granddaddy Fred love to drink this liquor called White Folk. They don't even make it no more. It was a cheap ass liquor called White Folk back in the day. Can't find it nowhere. I look because I was gonna put it on his altar if I could find it. They call it Mad Dog White Moonshine, but it ain't the same. So yeah, Freddie used to love to drink this liquor called White Folks, and he loved liverwurst cheese. He loved liverwurst. I don't know if it's cheese or whatever. He loved liverwurst. So I went to the store and I bought some of this liverwurst. I sat down and I ate some. It's horrible shit to me. I can't stand it. But my granddad loved it. So I sat down and I ate some. I drank some of this Mad Dog White Moonshine liquor shit. Took a swig. Worst feeling I ever had in my life. But I understood from what my father was telling me about his dad that I had to walk a mile in that man's shoes to understand. And I understood that I don't want to be nothing like Freddie. I don't want Grandpa Freddie in my energy. Because after I did that, I thought about Grandpa Freddie. I thought about the narrative my daddy said about him, how he felt about him. And I recognized that to be true. So I didn't want Grandpa Freddie energy in mine. So I was able to bar that away. But had I said I want to connect to the ancestors known and unknown, I would have put that particular person energy into my catalog. And who's to say I wouldn't come out to be a drunkard? Who's to say I wouldn't come out to be a woman beater? Everything my dad said about his dad. Y'all following me so far here? Slight gestures, xeno, foreign, minute, being a guest. We're so busy trying to connect to spirituality, trying to be ascended master, trying to be higher than the high, better than the most of anything, that we keep touching on these small ass moments of impure, unholy, and ungrateful energies. And because that is such a low vibration, we're clinging to that shit. And you wonder why you hate your wife. You wonder why you can't stand your husband. You wonder why you arguing with your kids. Maybe that minute idea of your great 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 grandparent who just was an asshole in life has attached itself to you because you didn't take the time to walk in that person's energy for a split second to get to know that person. Are you feeling me here, people? Not every ancestor you put on your altar will be good. Not every ancestor you put on your altar will be bad, because we hear various forms of shit about, oh, my mama was a horrible fucking person. My dad didn't give a fuck about me. My dad touched me. My uncle done this and mama did this. We go off of other people's ideology of them. So naturally, when it comes down to it, they say my dad was a horrible person. They say my granddad ain't give a fuck about us. He was shit. Hold on, I'm finna hit you with one. Well, my great granddaddy was a white man, and I don't want to even touch his energy because he was Caucasian and I'm black as ace of spade. But let's just say when it's a cultural difference and you don't know, let's say that man, that white man, hypothetically, that sexed up your ancestor, or that white woman who sexed up your ancestor, didn't have a true affinity and love for the complexion, for the pink, for the vajayjay. That wasn't, who's to say that that person didn't treat that person great back in the day? That person didn't have genuine love, but you don't want to take a minute to listen to what they said about it and then meditate mentally and put yourself in that situation to understand, to see, because it's all locked in here. You can see it from the first atom DNA that created you. You can see it. You can feel it. You can understand it. Baron, you talking bullshit, man. We need to separate. You talking bullshit. You're missing out. You're missing out. So I just told you guys how to walk in, and let me reiterate before I jump to another topic. In order for you to seize the opportunity of the Zeno moment, you need to take the information you got, sit your ass down and meditate on that person, to learn to walk a mile in their shoes, to sample the food they tasted, to drink the drink they tasted, to walk the path that they walk, to deal with the injustice and iniquities they suffered. Take your time. It gets deep. You're going to cry. You're going to have sorrow. You're going to have hatred. It's going to cause you to touch every dark energy you have. But take your time. Once you get through that, you can see the beauty that I don't even want to deal with this person energy, or this person was misunderstood. I got to tap into this motherfucker. Because sometimes some people sit up there and say, oh, he was a revolutionary. He was hard-headed. He was bad. All the while, that person stood for something that that person didn't stand for. And that's when you need to get justice in your life. Or she was a hoe. She was a harlot. She fucked 10,000 niggas. She gave it up. She sold pussy on the trail. Letting you know that woman did everything she had to do to feed them fucking kids. But somebody who got the information sat up there and told you something negative, so now you don't even want to tap into that woman who will give her left leg and a vagina to make sure them kids ate. Are you understanding? we fail with connecting to our ancestor energy because we go off of what somebody else say. What else somebody else say about me, you, grandparents, ancestors, that's just to get them in our energy, a xeno moment. But we still have to do our own due diligence and go back there and meditate on that energy. Figure out what that ancestor trying to tell you. Hey, I had to do this, or else my kids would have went hungry. I had to go over there and shoot that mofo down because he messed around with my wife, or he threatened my family. He wasn't a criminal. He wasn't an assassin. He wasn't a murderer. He stood on business. How often in history do they say the bad guy was the bad guy until you really look up the bad guy's story and realize the bad guy had a cause that was so just that you can't even recognize it, and the people he went against couldn't understand that they had hurt him, they had took some from him, they had stopped him from growing and achieving. That's where all our slave revolts have come from. That's where all the Spartans got. That's where all our achievements have been made. But history will paint them off as bad. For one, they painted Malcolm X as a bad man. I grew up thinking Malcolm X was nothing like Dr. King. They gave me Dr. King and told me Malcolm X, stay away from that type of energy. I grew up and understood Malcolm X was telling the goddamn truth. He was the bad guy to me because that's the story. But then when I grew up, I found out he was really trying to save us. Then you find out the truth about Dr. King. He said, hey, man, we put our people in a burning building. I'm so sorry I even fell for this shit. And then you get to realizing we can tap into that energy and see the dark side, the light side, and the truth. That's ancestor energy. Let's take this bitch on to relationship, modern day, right here, right now, me and you. Let's say man and woman, heterosexual energy here, people. Let's say I see you in the mall, you looking good. I sit up there and I throw a smile at you. Hey, what's going on, mama? You looking good. Give you a nice compliment. Love the dress. Love the hair. Lashes looking good. You working it. You paid. You done your job. You did your due diligence in the mirror this morning. I respect that. Appreciate it. You smile. You react. Good, bad, or indifferent. You give me a reaction. I walk the fuck on off. Now you think about me all day long. I'm thinking about you all day long. That was a Zeno moment, right? Follow me here. Now with that Zeno moment, if I can't go into my imagination of what it would be like to be your man, to be with you, to have sex with you, to have a family with you, to have a future with you, I just did myself a disservice. Because how am I going to know I like you? How am I going to get the courage to deal with you? How am I going to put myself in position to accept all that comes from you, that comes with you? Am I being too philosophical this morning? Is this hitting too damn hard to the brain? Because it's simple, just 4 letters, Zeno, Xeno, foreign, a guest, and a host. So let's how will I begin to host you? How can I host you? What's the definition of a host? Somebody who like cater to. You come to my place, you come in my energy, you come in my home, my town, my country. I'm a host, you my guest. I got to make you feel a certain way. But how am I going to get the courage, the insight, the intuition to know what I can and cannot do? What I can ask you and what I can't ask you. If I don't put that imagination to work, if I don't step into your energy, hell, let alone if I don't ask ancestor, tell me something about her. Talk to her ancestor, y'all talk to me and let me know if I can get this here right here. Cause boy, she looking damn good. I love that skin. She rubbed coconut oil on that motherfucker. She glistening today. Put her in, drop her in my spirit. You follow me here? Am I making sense, people? But here in relationship now, in this so popcorn, microwavable energy we're in as a mass whole, we sit up there and we all too often walk past good damn people, good women, good men, because it's a simple, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? And you run. Sometimes women don't even speak. Hey, how you doing, sister? Looking good over there. Nigga just want some pussy. You goddamn right. That's the purpose, people. Nigga don't want nothing. He just want to waste my time. Why would you say that? If you go through the motion of making yourself attractive, look good, smell good, ladies, and a man compliment you, accept the goddamn compliment. Just accept it. Fellas, if you done put on your best gear, done did your hair up, done got your shave, and you looking good up top, you got your fit fly, and a woman sit up there and say, boy, you looking good. Man, nice smile on you. Smile, black man. Smile, white man. Cowboy. Boot scoot boogie, bitch. Let's get it. Appreciate it. Smile. Look back and take an eye shot. Use your imagination of what that could be for you. Don't let the Zeno moment be it, because I can tell you, here's the backlash to that Zeno moment that we do. We'll be sitting at home with our person, or we'll be calling somebody over for a little booty call. We can be doing like that, and then we'll think about, damn, I saw that old girl over there in Publix. She was fine. I wonder how that'll be. Then when you get in the midst of your person, y'all about to get it down in the bedroom, y'all about to go out to eat, y'all about to do something, go on vacation. You can't get that glimmer, that thought out your mind of that person, because you lack the confidence to look at her, to imagine what it could be like. Same thing with him. You didn't like it. It ain't that you're cheating, lusting. See, that's what the Bible got us fucked up. Oh, you can't lust. What else we gonna do? We visual people. We got eyeballs. We got to lust. You should not lust. What? I'm gonna look at a brick wall all day. Somebody gonna bring me somebody in here for me to procreate with, and then take her out, and I just keep sitting up there with blinders on. Get rid of that shit. You're sitting at home with your person. You wondering what the connection could have been with that other person, and now you can't stand for the person you with to touch you, to kiss on you, to hug on you. You can't even focus on giving that person the best version of yourself, because you still got the idea, shoulda, woulda, coulda in your mind. If I'm wrong, y'all say, Baron, you motherfucking wrong. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. It do work like that. Doesn't happen to me. Had one of the best over my lifetime. I select some pretty nice women. I'm a real one. And all because I walked past something and I had a thought, damn, how'd it be to be like that? So now you're hoping, wishing, and praying that you could meet that person one more time, so you could just say the next thing to that person. It just grows, and now you want to host that person. You get me? You want to host that person. We're going to get into the spiritual part of it too. This is relationship. We're going to get into, listen to the word now. Now you want to host that person. You want this person to be a guest in your energy. You want to gesture this person over that minute energy, that Zeno moment. And then what does the laws of attraction do? It puts you in that person's circle again. And because you didn't use your imagination to see, to jump timelines and time zone, alternate universes, physics here, to see what it could have been like with that person, because you stuck on this biblical shit, thou should not lust. You're not dead. You're not blind. Lusting is part of life. You see a nice car, you want to lust after that goddamn car. You work hard and you gets it. Same scenario. So don't buy that shit. But the universal laws of attraction will pair you with that person again in some unformed situation. Whether you meet that person at the hospital, whether you meet that person at a bar, whether you meet that person at a child's basketball game, daycare, and now you have a second opportunity to explore the imagination and the possibility of what could be. Because who knows that you may see something that just might spark your courage inside of you to take a chance and say, this over here that I got is a problem, but I think it could be better over here. It's not that you don't love what you got over here. Come on, people, let's be grown about this shit. But that right there can inspire you to be a better man, a better woman, better person, better mother, better provider, better nurturer. Do you see the trap? You see the booby trap that Bible has put us in? But with that Zeno moment, it will corrupt and antagonize you to the rest of your days. A lot of rich men, a lot of poor men, a lot of men and women have went to their deathbed wondering, if you can do anything else, what was your regret? You hear the movies, you see the story. What's your one regret? That I didn't say hey to Sergey when to the towel boy at the Rutherford Hotel when he brought me the towels, looking good. He was everything I wanted, but I didn't say hey to him. I didn't offer him none of this coochie. I didn't ask him for a hug. I didn't ask him for his number. Men on their deathbed, what do you regret, my man? I regret never marrying Samantha. That was my high school sweetheart. That's the one I knew. I just knew it would be right with her. I regret not marrying her, but I married your mama. I married your auntie. But let that person not imagine the possibilities and got the courage and strength to do it due to a Zeno moment. You're losing out. So, Barry, what are you trying to say, man? I get the scenarios. If you think it, wish it, feel it, of somebody you have met in your past distance, somebody who you have just recently passed. This happened with friendships too, not just relationships. Explore the option in your mind. You don't have to physically touch that person, reach out to that person, but goddamn it, don't do yourself a disservice by sitting up there twirling your fingers, trying to put it to the back of your head, because the back of your mind is that subconscious bitch. And that subconscious is going to come out when you dream. It's going to come out when you think. It's going to come out when you have lack of control of your faculties. And now you'll sit up there and tell your person, I could do better because that motherfucker smiled at me. I should have just said something. And now you're on the hunt for something similar to what the fuck you missed. If I'm lying, say I'm lying, people. I'm just telling you how the shit I done experienced, what I done been through. I'm transparent as hell. I don't care. The other day, I was talking to somebody and they said, hey man, you full of shit. Can't no man be as transparent as you and mean what you say. That's a game, man. I say, is it? I said, is it? Real talk here. I'm just gonna be real with you. I said, is it? Is it a game? Or it's just a simple fact that I'm being so goddamn real and you're not used to being real that you can't imagine sitting in the same circle as a real mofo. You can't understand what a real man is because you see my attributes. You see what it could be. You got an ideology of what I am, who I can be, what I can bring to the table. But because I'm giving you everything you wanted, now I got to be the charlatan, the sham. I got to get that nasty energy put on me. Well, you eat that. You keep that. Well, that's your take on me in this Zeno moment that we had a brief chance to chat, encounter, and meet, and you eat it. You stick with it. Let that be your guide. I can't get mad at you for that, but don't put that shit on me because you can't understand where I'm coming from. That's how the conversation went. How many times we've done that? Somebody told you exactly how they want to be treated. Somebody told you exactly the turmoil and triumph that they went through. Somebody told you exactly what they've been through in their life. Full transparency. Just in your brief, motherfucker, you meet somebody in the store, they done told you their whole life story in 5-10 minutes top. You know everything you need to know to form an opinion of that person. But because that person was so true and transparent, you went home and took it as that person was the problem, that person had issue, that person was just a piece of shit, and you should not deal with that person, not getting past the simple fact that that person bared that because they might have liked you. They might have saw a friendship in you, a possibility of a relationship in some form or fashion. And we miss out due to not understanding how to work that Zeno moment. Now you talk to me and you say, hey, Baron, man, I done been fucked over by niggas left and right. Females here. I done been fucked over by niggas left and right. Every guy I get, he just used me for the JJ. He sat up there and eat my kids' snacks. He never took me here, never did that to me. Never did this, never took his time getting to know me, exploring my body, and I'm sick of it. Me, on the other hand, I sit up there and say, okay, wow, I'm sorry that happened to you, you know. Do I make the judgment that this woman is a pushover, that she's weak? Do I come at her like that? Do I go to the negative and the dark side over that energy? No. She was in the wrong circle with the wrong man, and she gave herself to the wrong energy to care for her soul, her essence. It happened. You got to understand, when we dealing with emotions, we are not smart people. Logically, we smart. Hot is cold, cold, hot is hot, cold is cold. You know, we understand the basics, but when it comes to them, that heart, we dumb, we ignorant, stupid, even blind. So do I go to the thing and say she was the problem for letting the nigga run all over her? No, no, no. You get in that Zeno moment and you dissect that thing. You let your imagination run wild. Maybe she's so passionate and she cares so much to her own detriment. Same thing with a man. I done met these chicks, man, and they just fucked me over. I'm a good dude. I try to be good. I try to do this. Well, maybe you the problem. You make bad decisions with women. Damn, that's been said to me. No shit, man. I pick bad women because the relationship don't last long. I said, I pick bad women. So I saw this person whole game plan, and I knew that 5 years down the line, that person would turn out to be that piece of shit, right? So I chose that energy right then and there. So that made me a bad selector. You're the problem. You're the problem. You turn women like this. You're the problem. But back when I was the problem, I was the answer. Because I treated women like shit. I didn't give a fuck. Had 2 or 3 on with the same name so I wouldn't forget. Memorized voice patterns on the phone. So I knew who I was talking to. I was the solution. I treated them well. You're so good to me. Man, don't call me don't call me. You know I'm out here hustling. I'm busy. I'll text you when I'm ready. Damn. Rude, disrespectful. I was the greatest person on the planet to this woman. As soon as I start letting that Zeno moment kick in and start seeing the possibility, damn, I could marry this woman. I could be good to this woman. I can be. It turned out, oh, you're fake. You're insecure. You're this, because I want to claim mine and protect mine. It goes like that, people. Drop down to the negative energy. So how about we stop dropping down to the negative energy when we build a relationship, getting to know people, and actually say, okay, this is where I see where this person been in a negative thing. Now let's ask why. How can this person elevate back up? How can I see this person for who he truly is, for who she truly is? This is where the Zeno moment, you have to get in that imagination and you have to touch all 12 areas of it, not just the first 3. You know, there's 12 forms of imagination. We're going to get into that. Trust me. You're going to understand. But let's get into friendships. Enough with the relationship. Let's get into friendships. You've walked past somebody on the street, a brother on the street. What's up? White man walked past his brother. He nodded down. Why the difference? I don't know. Just observation. Walk past your sister. Hey, girl. Y'all acknowledge. Did you know that person could be your best friend? If you took the time to imagine that person's lifestyle, if you ask your ancestors, her ancestors, what's going on with her, if you took the time to think about everybody that you met, barring the Zeno moment, you may realize that you and that person have similar interests that align so good that she could become one of your five vertebrae, women. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, trust me, it's videos on it. She could become one of the five friends that make up your vertebrae, that gives you your courage, your strength, your passion, your desire, your triumph, your whole moment. It's all needed. But you sit up there and that bitch. She just said hey to you in a pleasant way, but you so insecure, jealous, or fucked up looking at the dark side of the potential downfall of being that person's friend, you're missing out on somebody that's really good for you. So you, that bitch, went straight to the darkness. She got the same ass lift you got. She got the same toenail job. Y'all going to the same hairstylist. Y'all know each other. Y'all seen each other. Going to the same barbershop, hairstylist, designer, nail place, everything. And you sit next to the same person you see every Saturday morning, Sunday morning. And you don't say hey to that lady. You don't get to know her. You don't get what's going on. You missed out on the opportunity. And you get so many Zeno moments till it's just, the needle just break off the bitch altogether. Fellas, let me tell you the difference between men and women with this scenario. We go into a barbershop and we've been going to that same barber because, fellas, if you don't know, now you know. In life, a real man only have three barbers his whole entire life. Selecting your barber is next to selecting your woman. You hear me? The best thing you can do in life is select your barber, because your barber going to be your counselor. He's going to be your jumping off point. He or she going to be all that for you. Your backbone, your strength, and your courage, fellas. And he's going to introduce you, he or she is going to introduce you to everybody in the barber chair, men. If you get your ladies, if you get your low cuts and shit, they're going to introduce you to everybody. Hey, man, this right here is so-and-so. Guess what they do for a living? So-and-so is over here. Guess what she do for a living? And they bridge. So your barber and your lady are the two best things you can choose in life, man. That's some man notes. My granddaddy taught me this. Okay? But the difference between men and women in that scenario is the simple fact that once we do that head nod, we gonna analyze that brother and see what he wearing, how he move, his energy, what he got going on, what he talking about, ear hustle in the conversation, and we're gonna interject our way into that conversation. Let me tell you why. Because in this world of survival, we need partners, we need allies. A man is gonna figure out if that man can be trusted with his children, his wife, his friendship, and we gonna stick to it. Hey, we ain't gonna let a Zeno moment stop us. We're gonna capitalize on it. We may not know the person's name, but that conversation we have in that barbershop, or that conversation we have somewhere with another man over a car, over a gun, over a fine woman that just walked past. You feeling me? What I just over there, boy, Lord have mercy. You don't even know him. He looking, you look at him watching it. Bitch. Next thing you know, we done scrolled over there to comment on that person right there. Now we get the courage from each other. Hey man, you better go say something to her. Don't let that pass. Go on now, get it. I got your back. I'll play your wing, man. This is what men do, because we understand that the connection is better than anything. The connection is better than the memory, than the thought. That's the difference between men and women. That's the only difference. Women, they're going to reject that energy first, go far. Brothers, we going to gravitate towards it because we understand we need it. We use our imagination to see how that man could be our partner. Color don't matter. White boys done came into the barber shop. Ray done did his talk. Ray give information, talk. We enjoy each other. Sit up there. Sometimes I go to the barber shop, don't even need a haircut. Just sit up there and talk. Because I've imagined what a friend could be. The Zeno moment don't stop me. And only thing I'm saying, people, we losing track of reality. We using track of connections. We just losing it all due to just letting the Zeno moment be a Zeno moment. Now that's friendship. So let's get into spirituality. Let's get into our spirituality. Let's get into our deities, our orishas, our loas. Let's get into our archangels. Let's get into our priests, our spiritual advisors, our gurus on the internet. Let's get into it. The worst thing we do in this spiritual community as spiritualist people, we sit our ass up here and go off of what somebody else say about another spiritualist. If I step on your toes, that means pick them bitches up and move them. Unsubscribe, get off this motherfucker, because I'm talking about you. Yes, I am. We go off of what somebody else has said about another spiritual person that's giving you their insight, their take, their ideology, all that stuff. And we'll watch 5-10 minutes of their video and we'll say, God damn it, I had that person pegged. That's Zeno moment. I can't trust that person to enlighten me on spirituality. I can't trust that person to tell me about Orisha. He not initiated. I can't trust that person to tell me about a Loa. He ain't initiated in voodoo, hoodoo. I can't trust that person to say nothing because he or she don't have a source that they pull from. I can't trust them. This is just they ideas. They not relevant. But yet you could watch a 30-second clip of some bald-headed Hindu man telling you how you supposed to think about Brahma, Rama, and drama. And you'll say, that's enlightened truth. Because that person gets it from the Veda. That person gets it from, somebody had to teach him. But the person that's in your direct vicinity, that shares your DNA, your code, your mindset, on a spiritual level, that I've been through the same shit you've been through the same walk you've been through, that person you can't pay attention to because they're not relevant. Know what that means in spirituality? You're not relevant. You haven't did your homework, your research on that person coming from your same neighborhood, the same walk you walk, the same food, the same energy, the same parents, the same community. But that person don't mean shit because they're not validated. That's a Zeno moment where that person may say something good and you can dismiss it. That person may say something so good and you dismiss that shit. You're losing. You're missing out. What if that person says something so profound to you and had no credibility whatsoever, but it resonated so much and you threw it away? And that could be the life-changing epiphany moment that seeps in your soul and give you that moment of enlightenment, bliss, peace, understanding. But because you don't want to explore more than that Zeno moment, you lose out and you suffer, or you go through life doing the same old thing you've been doing. Again, I like transparency, people. Now, I'll share something with you. So I came up against a white guy. White guy, man, he knew his shit on a Celtic level. He knew about Zeus, Thor, Freya. He knew about all the Nordic gods, Norwegian. He knew about all of them. I ain't know shit about him. This is what he said. He said, you know, if you was to take a piece of green glass, listen to me. This is a spell from Celtic mythology. You take a piece of green glass and you tie it up on your windowsill and you adjust it to where the sun could shine in, and whatever light come through that green glass, and you could put any object in front of it. Plants, money. I'm giving you some, baby. Pay attention. Plants, money, no matter. Come the springtime, it will grow and abundant. Just make sure you shine that green beam of light on it. You got your wallet, put your wallet there, let the light from the green glass shine and touch it. He said he called this the evergreen. He said this is a spell called the evergreen. I looked at him and said, bitch, you crazy. You telling me sunlight shining through a piece of broken goddamn Sprite bottle is gonna make me rich? You foolish. I never done it. Because he wasn't accredited. I didn't think he was doing right. So I go to my grandmama. I say, grandmama, you ever heard of this here? She say, oh yeah, evergreen. I say, evergreen? She say, yeah. She say what they do is they take the glass pane from the church, or you know how the glass mirrors were done in the church, in the old Baptist church, whatever, and they would have a different color glass. So they would literally get up there and they would let the light shine through, and the colors that cascaded on the wall, they would put their water there, they would put their stones there, they would shine the baby up to it to get the baby the color spectrum inside, all the feelings and emotion, allowing that light to hit it. So when that baby grew, it grew into a complete energetic being. Only thing difference from what the white dude told me about the evergreen was the simple fact that we were using all the colors in the South. Y'all ever heard of that? I'm giving you some, people. There you go, stained glass. Why all your churches got stained glass? Why when they shine on the altar where the preacher be preaching at. You lay the baby on the altar, you come before the altar, you shine, and that's on you. How many people heard of this shit, people? This is what grandma taught me. The white boy had it too, but he wasn't accredited like grandmama. Now, what if I would have had a little bit of time to think and imagine all the abundance and possibility can come from what he said? I could have superseded my destiny, my financial, my energy long time ago. But because I let a Zeno moment slip away for me to imagine the possibility of what he said to be true on a spiritual level, I let it slip due to my prejudice, my racism, my indifference. I'm transparent here, people. That's why I will sit down and talk to somebody of a different faith than me. I don't care. If I may not understand it, but I will need that in my mind. Because I'm going to come across it one day. I'm going to come across another person that's going to talk about it, elaborate a little bit more. I'm going to ask somebody, it's going to relate to something that I grew up with, some that my grandma taught me, some that the old heads in the village taught me. I'm going to be scrolling on TikTok, YouTube, and I'm going to see it and say, well, goddamn, that rings a bell. I'm going to want to explore it, imagine it, understand it, utilize it, capitalize off of it. This is a relationship with our spiritual energy. But we are so spiritually short-sighted that we don't even think we need to listen to nobody else's idea and opinions. Fuck the color, fuck the creed, fuck the Bible they're reading from, hell with the book they're reading from. Listen, get some information, understand. It may save your ass. Zeno, guest, host, foreigner. Zeno, a Zeno moment. It's a split second. You're a guest in that person's energy. That person is, you're supposed to be hosting that person's energy. Just because they come in as a guest, you're supposed to be hosting that person's energy. Now, I'm finna talk about something near and dear to my heart, people. And I want you guys to really understand what I'm saying. Remember I told you last week about the energy of investing in somebody? Now, if someone invests their time, talent, treasure, energy into you, they are fighting a Zeno moment. They are capitalizing on a Zeno moment. It is downright disrespectful for you to blow that person off. It is downright disrespectful for you to ignore that person. It is downright disrespectful for you to allow that person inside a glimmer of you and then pull your ass back just because you don't understand. And to pull back abruptly, you're wrong. You're dead goddamn wrong. Because I took the time to invest, to capitalize on the Zeno moment, thinking of the possibilities it could be. Fuck it, it didn't work out in your time frame. Fuck it, you don't understand where I'm at in my journey. Fuck it, God damn it, treat me right. We fuck up relationships, connections, and everything else because we are so shallow and pedantic with our thought process that we end up fucking up something that could have been great. Ain't no other spiritual gonna bring it. Ain't no other spiritualist on YouTube gonna bring it to you like this. Am I calling us out? Yes. Yes. We blow people off like it ain't nobody business. Like there's more of us there to go around. Like there's more good people that we could connect with tomorrow. And then we end up wondering why we alone. Wonder why we just can't get nobody to love us. Wondering why we just can't think about the world. We just blew off the one person that could give us some kind of substance in life. Some things need to be imagined, waited on, understood. Weigh the pros and cons. That takes time. That's not some instant gratification shit. That's a waste. But if you, as a person, a spiritualist, a couple, a relationship, an industry, a business, don't take time to follow through and to capitalize on these Zeno moments, people, you will forever be wondering, hoping, wishing, and praying. And how many manifestation journals we have that say, hope it, wish it, pray it, get it, good. But what them books not telling you is that you're missing the Zeno moment in it all. The slightest of connection, explore it in here. You're not physically fucking up. You're not doing your mate a disservice. You're saying, I'm going to explore what this connection could be. And then if you explore that connection and you say, well, this shit could end up bad, because guess what? Your future self or your ancestors are going to tell you exactly how that shit going to end in flames or how it's going to end in joy. And then you could think back to what you got next to you and say, good Lord, I got me a good one. It'll be fun for a while, but I know that shit going to fuck up. Because that person don't know me like this person. That person done been there, done stood the test of time, done explored. We done been up and down, through and through. And you end up staying with your person because you understand that person is it. Or you end up leaving that person because you understand that person ain't it. Same thing with your spirituality. You sitting up there thinking that Christianity is the best thing on the planet for you, but then you get a taste of New Age spiritual movement, Celtic, Hindu, Islam. You get a taste of Buddhism. You get a taste of it. And then you wonder what it'll be. And then you explore it. Damn, it's so comfortable here. I just fit. Feels good, effortless. I'm okay. I'm not killing nobody. I'm not hurting nobody. I'm not doing nothing not the way I'm living, and this feels good to me. But I'm gonna stick with Christianity because that's where I've always been. And it's chaotic to me. So you miss out on that connection you can have over here. Y'all follow me so far? I've been doing Buddhist. I've been a practicing Buddhist all my life, but something just don't sit right. You telling me I can't blow my nose and throw it in the trash? I have to keep it in a tissue in my pocket, because if I kill the snot, I'm not a Buddha. If I cut the grass that's growing so high in my yard, I'm not a Buddha because it's a living thing. This is real talk. Not that it could be a snake in there ready to kill me. Not that it could be insect mounds that are going to bite the hell up and give me pain. So I just need to exist with everything. But then you go over here and you say, well, shit, I need to do self-preservation. I need to protect myself from any hurt, harm, and danger because I got family, friends, opportunities I want to explore. So yes, I'm going to cut that grass and make sure I don't step on a goddamn bed of ants. I'm going to cut that grass and make sure that snake don't bite me that's hiding behind the bush. I'm going to disinfect my area. But if you kill a germ, you taking a life because that germ means something to somebody. That germ means something to who the fuck it means something to. I mean something to who the fuck I mean something to. So I'm finna keep this bitch germ free and clean and sterilized. It's better. Not saying any of those religions or spiritual systems I just use as a reference is bad. I'm just saying explore your options. You don't have to do it physically. That's on relationship, spiritual friendship. I've been friends with the same person for over 25 years. That person had done me dirty for 25 years. I know that person. Do I stay in that person's energy or do I get the fuck on? And do I allow that person to keep hurting me or do I move on to somebody who could treat me better? The imagination of forming new friendships, new bonds, new connection, just due to a Zeno moment, a simple, hey, how you doing? Like that dress, like that haircut, like that hairdo. Do I explore that? Or do I say, well, I don't want to make no new friends because this right here is what I always known, and I know this person gonna have my back through thick and thin, even if that person fucked my life up. But I know that person just did it because I know that person. If you don't explore those Zeno moments that we have in our lifetime, this lifetime living, you're missing out on life itself. Because only thing life is, your life is, and I don't know if a guru ever told you this, only thing your life represents right now to you is imagination. That's all you have to go on. That's all you have. You don't have hope. You don't have faith. You don't have destiny. You don't have fate. You have an imagination of how you want your life to be. And more than often, we sleep on our imagination because guess what? The imagination is at the bottom of the pool. This is where they say we fucked up at. This is how the gurus fuck us all over. Your imagination is nothing. Your imagination is just mindless gestures. But your imagination comes from elect Ba. If you get into the Orisha pantheon, it comes from elect Ba, the heavenly gatekeeper, right before you get into outer space, the ether, all up in there, or Dudawa and all in there. So you're gonna deny the heaven, you're gonna deny your heavenly gatekeeper that's gonna open doorways to your imagination and think that ain't ready, that ain't something. I'm bringing it back now. I'm bringing it back down. So the heavenly gatekeeper, Zeno, slight moments that can trigger an imagination, that can trigger an adventure, that can trigger a rebellion. But we don't explore it because it's so fleeting. We don't explore what that woman could be to us. We don't explore what that man could be to us. We don't explore what that religious ideology can do for our soul and our family and generations to come. We don't explore the Zeno moment, the ideology. We don't put ourselves in the shoes of that person to grow, and we miss out. You miss out. I miss out. People moving forward, I'm not missing out. If you shake my hand, I'm going to explore friendship with you. In my mind, I may not do it physically until I'm comfortable, but I'm going to explore that friendship. If we go on a date, I'm going to explore that moment. No matter what we go through, I'm going to live that moment for that moment itself. And I'm going to let my imagination run motherfucking wild. I owe that to myself. You owe that to yourself. How else you gonna know what the fuck you want to achieve and work for? And yes, ladies, when he do say, hey, how you doing? You're beautiful, he means it. And yes, he want to get the cootie. He means it. Is you gonna give it to him, explore the situation and observe the man in your mind. You ain't gotta do it in the physical. Don't be so dismissive. Brothers, if that woman come out there because you got your flies gear on, your beards, and she's saying this man could be a provider for me, explore the, imagine providing for her. Imagine how much money it'll take out your pocket to get that woman to the point where you feel she could be in your mind. And that could say whether you should do it or you shouldn't do it. This is not hard, people. It's being honest with your fucking self. I was so fucking fake to where I'm being honest with who I want. The Baron, I am honest with whatever I'm gonna do, whoever I'm gonna do it with, and how the fuck I'm gonna do it. I don't care what you think, because at the end of the day, I got to lay in that bed. I got to look up in the mirror. I got to understand me. And if I'm honest with myself, then that's it. Fuck that I'm loving somebody that's gonna hurt me every morning. Fuck it. I'm honest with myself because I'm exploring. When I'm tired, I'm tired. When I'm done, I'm done. But I'm not gonna cut the goddamn nose off. I'm giving you some, people. You're gonna always get the same results if you don't explore in the mind what something else could be. Now that's some profound shit. How y'all like this? How y'all like this prayer? Zeno. Oh, I didn't give you the textbook definition of Zeno. Here's the textbook definition of Zeno. The smallest measure unit of human connection, typically exchanged between passing strangers. Get my leg and throw it in the earth. The smallest unit of human connection, typically exchanged between passing strangers. Know what that says? Let your imagination run wild. It may just catch on to something. You may get the courage and the strength to be a better version of yourself. You may get the courage and strength to emulate that person and take that person's attribute because you can. You may end up finding that that's your love. That's your help. God sent that person there to assist you. You align yourself with that energy to assist you. Explore it. We don't meet people for no reason. Good, bad, and indifferent. So Zeno, the smallest measure of human connection, typically exchanged between strangers. Now that's what they're not going to show you. So let's go to the textbook definition of it. A combining form meaning alien, foreign, alien, strange, not it's strange. I can't recognize it, understand it. It's strange, or a guest or host, something that comes into your life that you should accommodate in some form or fashion. Let me take that word. That word might have been too big. Something that comes into your life that you should get to know, understand, feel it out. That's Zeno. Do that with every measure you get from a human connection, spiritual connection, and watch how your life take off, man. Watch how your life be much, much better than what it is now. I'm done. God damn, my teeth look good. Sorry, y'all. I'm a Leo. When I see that image popping back, I got to say it. Everybody, how did y'all like this? Alexis, Texas Tarot. Zero like go. No, keep going. Lady Luck said keep going. I can only do it for an hour. People got work to do and do stuff like that. Makes a lot of sense. Mara, Lily Rose, it makes sense. The Ramos Amina Steel. Hey, what you talking about? You can't with me, kinfolk. You can. You can. You see what I did there? You can't. I can't with you. You can't. That joke is horrible. I know. I'm just playing on the Zeno. You get it? I can't with you. I can. Just imagine that you can. Blackwell, what's up? Keeping up with the Joneses. Say, damn, I was late. Miss Davis, how you doing? Thank you. Queen Beijing. It makes sense. Thank you so much. Angelina. There he is. I know, I'm an arrogant old mofo. I need to get to the barber and get this trimmed up so I can look like a human being. I will replay. I got great gems from what I heard. Thank you, Baron. You know it, Gem Star Goddess. I appreciate it. Breeze Montana. I'll check it later. Okay. Thank y'all so much. Rudy. Everybody, I just want us to be great. And at this time in our life, we're going to have to do something to get greater. We can't just be stagnant, imagining the same old shit, doing the same old shit, getting the same results. That's called insanity. Mm-mm-mm. Virgo Mama, Angelina, I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Everybody, we got to be better. We got to be great. Our time is now. Do what you got to do for yourself. Imagine, explore the opportunity. Don't be so quick to dismiss somebody that's in your life. They there for a reason. Explore, even if it don't pan out to what you want. You at least gave it a go in the mind. Friends, relationships, down to the spiritual deity you praying to or you working with, down to the religious energy you plan to be a card carrying Christian or a card carrying Muslim, down to a Celtic spiritual practitioner, witch, whatever. Tarot personality, sage, explore it. See what it gets you. There's no harm in exploring the ideas of it. It may just turn out to be your calling. People get into finances and sales. I was a warehouse manager for over 20 years. I got into sales and made so much money. I didn't think I could make that much money when I was a salesman. But then I realized I'm a good damn salesman. But if I haven't explored that option, I wouldn't have got financial freedom. People, it works. Zeno works on so many levels. Just imagine and explore what you can do and be. Let the subconscious mind take over and walk you through the door, people. Explore being with that man. Explore being with that woman in your mind. Explore that job, driving that car. Don't dream it, wish it, hope it. Explore it in your mind. And get the deserves and get the joy and the passion and the connection you need to make yourself thrive. If you got an ancestor you want to connect with, imagine via stories what that ancestor could have been like. Look at the dark side. Look at the good side. Look at the why that ancestor probably went through what he did. Why that person seen that person like that. Explore. And maybe that's the ancestor that connect to you. And this is mainly for my adopted people who particularly don't know their lineage. Get in your spirit and say the ones I want to know or will know. They're going to come back to you. And you're going to see something majestic that you want to be, some bad traits you don't want, and you gravitate to what it is that pulls you close. This can work, people. You can be better, greater, faster. You can have a spiritual team backing you, even if you don't even know who your biological kinfolk is. You got this. I believe in you. You got this. Lily Rose, Mystic 79. Remember I did I remember I did the thing about you just look at a photo and you have to take yourself back to that photo and you can relive that energy of that photo. Same thing. That's ancestor energy. Some people ain't got photos, we got stories passed down. Some people ain't got story, we got objects, something that was given to you by somebody that was given to them, and they pass it down. Now you got a connection. What caused that person to connect to this amulet? What caused that person to connect to that box of gold metal coin, those war metals, that house, that property? explore the imagination of that person and rock it like you need to. All right, people, I'm out of here. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Hey, remember True Spook TV? Woo, woo. Don't mind me. I'm not tired. That spirit. I just woke up. It's in the morning time. So listen, True Spook TV, the finale to Belle Reeves, the finale come on through this Thursday. Watch it. I'm pretty sure that motherfucking recap gonna be lit because I told the God honest truth. I can't believe I said that. I'm covering my face. Boy, good Lord. I can't undo it now. It says it posted. This Thursday, come through, join the recap, see what it's gonna say. Again, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Uh, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Come through on the Barron's channel to watch the premieres of people reading. Everybody, I have exhausted. I have no more readings in the queue. So the readings I'm gonna do today, I'm gonna instantly edit them things and get them up there. So they just gonna be. I got 9 readings today, starting from 12:30 on up to like 10 at night. Listen, I'm gonna be editing things back to back. So I'm gonna try to keep at least 5, 6 in the queue. But I have did it and I'm working on now time, so good thing. So come through 8:30 p.m. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Woo! Woo. Oh, spiritual energy get me tired. Everybody, I did not get a chance to do the uh the Patreon Sex Magic number 3. That will be done tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do it tomorrow, but I will send the link out early in the morning when it's gonna be, giving you guys at least 2, 3 hours. Again, if you can't be live for it, you can always go back and rewatch it if you on my Patreon. So I'll be doing it right there. I just been so busy with other obligations that hey, but I'm gonna make sure I keep to my promise. Again, True Spook TV every Thursday, 2:30 p.m. Eastern time on my other YouTube channel, True Spook TV. Get there, come there, do what you gotta do, man. Enjoy the show. Ask questions, write down. You ask them in the comment. Good. Don't ask no crazy question. Also, Patreon, the third Tuesday, the third Saturday is Patreon. The One Question Tarot is the third Tuesday of every month. Come through. We got through all of them. Some good stuff. Spirit even saved the life. When I rewatched it, Spirit saved somebody's life. Told the sister not to go in the water and swim. And she said, hey, I scuba dive for a living. When I rewatched it, it blew my mind. I say, how do Spirit know this? I mean, I don't know these people like that. So come through, be amazed, man. Ask a question. Join the Patreon, ask a question. One paragraph is good. If you give me a paragraph, it's gonna be hard to get through everything. One paragraph is good. Just your question, boom, is good. Thank you for the greetings, but just your question, boom. Let's run through that thing. All right, everybody, I'm gonna let you go. I'm the Baron telling you guys to trust the you in the universe, because at the end of the day, that is all you got. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Soul Tribe. Y'all be great, people.